Witches have haunted Hollywood since the very beginning, sometimes terrifying, sometimes enchanting, but always unforgettable. In 1939, The Wizard of Oz gave us some of the most iconic witches to ever grace the screen. Margaret Hamilton's Wicked Witch of the West terrified audiences with her green skin, which would have been something incredible to see, and her famous cackle. It became pure pop culture. Opposite her, Billy Burke's Glinda the Good Witch floated in like a fairy godmother, soft-spoken and glowing in pink. That battle between the good and evil witches kind of defined how Hollywood saw women in power. And decades later, Wicked would flip the story, turning Elphaba, the so-called Wicked Witch of the West, into a misunderstood heroine. By the 1940s, witches were starting to get kind of a glamorous makeover. One of my favourite movies, I Married a Witch, Veronica Lake made sorcery seductive, playful, clever, and kind of impossible to resist. That movie, alongside Bell Book and Candle, inspired the 1950s iconic series Bewitched. This was a new take on witches because Samantha Stevens was trying to balance broomsticks with suburban life. But by the late 60s and 70s, Hollywood brought back darkness. Films like Rosemary's Baby, where witchcraft became sinister again, I'm still horrified by that film. Secret societies, rituals, and pure psychological horror. So from Glinda's bubble to Elphaba's broom, from suburban life to psychological terror, Hollywood's witches have always defined how we see women in power. Feared in one generation, reclaimed in the next.